Good morning and welcome along. You join us at the lovely Holcott Lakes in Fairford, in the heart of the lovely Cotswolds. The reason we're here, short filming session, short social session as well. Try and give you guys a bit more info about us, the products and the company, and more so some of the lads that we have on board that help us promote the brand and promote the gear. So we're here for a couple of days. Got down here late last night after a hell of a week. But I won't go into that. Going to get around a few of the boys today, do a bit of filming, show off some fish, hopefully. Ben, the cameraman's already had one. Fingers crossed it should be a good weekend. And yeah, let's hopefully we can get amongst a couple of these cracking Cotswold carp. Rich, welcome along, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us.
No worries.
Tell us a little bit about you and where you come from. What sort of got you into carp angling to start with?
Okay, so yeah, my background, born and raised in the countryside in West Sussex, a little village called Milland, right in the middle of nowhere.
Nice.
Yeah, I got into fishing, I was probably about 5, maybe 6 years old. Dad took me to a little tiny lake down the road from him, fishing for a roach and rudd at the time. Then moved on to slightly bigger lakes, joined a club, started a bit of match fishing till I was about, I think I was maybe 10 when I stopped that. That's when I hooked my first carp.
Yeah. And that was it.
To say I was ecstatic is an understatement, to be honest. Yeah, I think it was only sort of maybe 10, 11 pound at the time, but to me it was massive.
Yeah.
You know, when you're that age, yeah, anything's big, isn't it? Over 10 pounds.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it just kind of spiraled out of there, really.
And you from there you progressed, obviously more carp fishing. And
carp fishing sort of grabbed a hold of me
as it does
from that point.
Us.
Yeah, from that point on, really. So so as I got older and learned new things, as you do, as you move along with carp fishing, you learn about the rigs and setups and vice versa and whatnot. And then started fishing sort of more carp waters, a lot of runs waters, a lot of day tickets with my dad and my granddad.
Cut your teeth proper, like. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, sort of get the handle on everything and learning to fish with 2 rods. And then the day came along when I passed my driving test. And
that was it. The world was your oyster.
A whole new world for me. Yeah. So.
So your background then, from that moving forward, you started fishing. I know obviously you've done a bit of time at Yateley and stuff. And
yeah, spent a lot of time at Yateley, sort of from the age of 17 right up to my mid-20s, really.
Yeah.
Sort of done it a bit random to most. Sort of like on Yateley back in the day when Cemex had it, you'd start on like the Carp's nursery, move to a match, South Lake, and then go over to sort of Split, Car Park and that lot, the harder waters as they call them. I jumped straight in the deep end, started with the car park break.
Got to do it.
That's it, yeah. Met some great people along the way.
Wicked.
And a lot of curries, a lot of socials, as it is over at Yateley.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my time on there, I didn't actually get any of the big ones at the time. The year I joined, Heather the Lever had just died, so it was a bit of a bummer for me. Did get to sit on the bank though, which was nice.
Wicked.
But unfortunately it's just one of those things, you either catch the big ones or you don't. You can't pick and choose, it's a lottery at the end of the day.
This is true, very true. And you progress more from that with the big pits and things.
From there I moved on to again, it was another club water, big estate lake, 62 acres with a stock of 25 fish, sort of ranging from mid-20 to high 50s. It was a big experience fishing those sort of lakes, and it's kind of drawn me into fishing those lakes.
Bit of the unknown sort of thing.
Yeah, a bit of the unknown. There's less angling pressure. There's not many anglers on big pits like that, especially when you've got boats and swimmers to deal with. Puts a lot of people off, but I love it. I love it. It's an adventure on its own, and hard graft, a lot of homework, a lot of pre-baiting. It's
effort and reward and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, as they say, effort equals reward.
Okay. So. And what sort of obviously, what social media and stuff like that is out there now, so you obviously came across us as a brand, but what drew you towards us from the outset, really, I suppose?
I mean, I was still sort of getting to grips with like Instagram, being new to Instagram and stuff, and just flicking through and just typing random things in the search bar as you do. Stumbled across your company, Quarry. Literally from the off, just with the logo and the little QC logo and everything, it's just like, that's the one. Definitely. It's sort of
it seems that the logo really sort of catches people's eyes and draws people in, so that's great for us to know.
Definitely, it definitely does draw you in, and I think it's definitely a good thing with the logo and everything else, and the quality of the clothing as well is second to none, in my opinion, to be honest. It's awesome.
Wicked. Well, mate, it's great to have you, and hopefully, I know obviously you've been set up. You fished last night. I
did,
I got cut off, which was a bit of a nightmare, but we turned ourselves, it was a tense, weren't we? So, let's fingers crossed you'll have a couple tonight and whatnot. You can have a bit of social.
You never know. There's some big uns in here, so hopefully we'll get one.
Wicked.
Awesome.
Morning, Sam.
Morning.
Welcome along, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us at the lovely Holcott Lakes. You never been here before? You fished here before?
Never been here before. I've never heard of it until you guys have mentioned it.
Yeah.
I've done a bit of research with it, and we're doing what we should be doing, and hopefully it comes. It's a
really old drop of water, isn't it?
Definitely.
Everybody's finding it quite hard work with the weed and whatnot, but there's spots out. You found a couple of spots now.
I literally just found one probably about 20 minutes ago, probably the size of a dustbin lid. I hit it twice, so I was more than happy to put it back on there and put a bait over the top. And just hope and wait and see.
Yeah, wicked. It's all you need, isn't it? One rod in the right spot is worth more than anything else. So Sam, tell us a little bit about you. Where you're from, what your angling back. When you sort of get into angling and stuff like that?
So I'm from Newbury, Berkshire. I sort of grew up on the rivers first. Down a stretch called Colfrop, down in Thatcham. The standard thing. My dad took me when I was about 5 years old. Just catching small fish, rudd, roach, the odd barbel now and again. And it sort of grew from there. I've done a bit of match fishing. I still do a bit of match fishing now and again. I do enjoy it. But then when I was about probably 12, 13, my brother-in-law is a good, serious angler. He got me into the carp angling side of things. And I haven't stopped since.
That was it.
And I really enjoy it, and I wouldn't turn away from it.
Okay. So where you come into the carping and stuff like that, then you obviously the waters that you fish and things like that. Is it bigger waters? Is it smaller intimate waters? Or
compared to the size of this lake, I started on Newbury waters. It's a club water. They've got a range of waters. They've got 9 lakes in the ticket itself, and I've tried every single one of them, and I've always caught from them. And some of them can be quite tricky. Collins included in one of those. It's probably the hardest water out of the whole complex. Now I've tried Thatcham as well, which is pretty much next door. Had a few out of the 3 lakes that are on that ticket as well. And then I went over to Wasing. hoping to get onto the lake with Parrot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that died.
Yeah.
But there was a waiting list for that, so I was on one of the general tickets.
Yeah.
Fished very, very hard. It's a very weedy lake, and I only managed 2 fish in the year, unfortunately.
Got
But
in it to win it, though.
you know,
aren't you?
when one of them was my PB,
Yeah.
28.4, so I was more than happy with that.
Wicked.
You know,
And that's the most important thing. Don't matter how big or
Yeah.
small they are. It's you catch them, and especially when it's a difficult water and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to be
I
able
was
to get
more
amongst
than
them.
happy
So.
to have that in the net. You know.
Wicked. That's good. So with regards to QC, then, what sort of brought you? What drew you to us? You know, what was it? That,
Well, there's a group of us, Berkshire Carpy Carpers.
Yeah.
There was a group of us on WhatsApp, believe it or not, first, and we thought, you know what, we'll try the Instagram out, you know, and we're all on that. And I think one of my friends on the group contacted yourself.
Yeah.
And that's where it come from. So we're so happy with what gear you produce.
Wicked.
It's comfortable, it's warm, you know, and it looks the nuts, you know.
Sweet.
So
Wicked. That's good. That's great. It's always nice to get that feedback.
Yeah,
as well.
definitely.
So that's sweet. So moving forward, then you're looking to sort of concentrate on wasing at the moment, and
I actually come off of wasing last year and gone back onto the club waters, but I am thinking of going back or even trying somewhere different. You know, you get winter tickets like this place, they do a winter ticket, and it's only 45 minutes down the road from me. So you know, I tend to get out every other weekend because I've got children and stuff, so I want to spend the weekends with them as everyone else. You know, so I try my best to try and get out as much as I can, but most of the time I'm trying to catch fish because I want to be seen catching fish. So I don't want to be sitting down a lake that's really hard and wait forever for a bite when I can go to another lake which can be a little bit easier, but then you can produce fish.
Produce the
you know.
catches,
So
wicked. All right, buddy. Well, you're all back out and fishing now.
all
and
back out and fishing, mate. I'm
everything's-
happy with the spots, so just sit and wait. And
Sit and wait, and hopefully we'll grace the bank with a couple.
definitely.
Wicked. Good luck, man. We'll catch up with you later. Jimmy, welcome along, mate.
Hello, mate. You right?
Yeah, good. Thanks for coming to the social this weekend.
No worries.
Weather's a bit drab, I know, but we're
It's
doing
all right.
all right.
Conditions are good for it. It's a bit of weed to contend with, but
Yeah,
it's all good.
weed is a bit thick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of hard work, but so Jimmy, want to just try and get a bit more about you, where you come from, what sort of angling background, what got you into carping and stuff like that. So
Okay. Well, I mean, I started angling from a young age. My granddad was a massive all-rounder.
wicked.
I mean, obviously, it's all of us carp's the ultimate, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I mean, I lived near a local water. It's about half a kilometre from my house. So me and my mates used to go down there and get like a little bit of line and a hook and a couple of maggots off the anglers and literally dangle it off the jetty and catch perch and roach and stuff like that.
Wicked.
And then my granddad was a bailiff on the Woking waters, which are in Send. He was on the committee there for God knows how many years. So I started really sort of catching carp from about the age of 8 on that water.
And that was it. You was from your first carp. You was up like, and that was
that was it. Yeah, I think my first carp was a 16-pounder.
Yeah.
Common. And that was it. I loved it ever since. And
Wicked. And from when you started carping, then, so what attracted you to carping? Was it the big waters? Was it the unknown sort of stuff? Is it smaller, intimate waters, or?
When I was a lot younger, it's just the buzz of catching the fish.
Yeah.
Didn't matter where I was really.
Yeah.
Fishing canals, rivers, anywhere. I mean, it was to the point where camera phones weren't really around then. You know, we didn't even photograph the fish. We just admire it for a bit, put it back. I've done a lot of match fishing as well.
Yeah.
For a good few years.
Yeah.
That was sort of like one match a month every Sunday, one Sunday out of the month, and like I say, it's just the buzz of the catch.
Yeah.
You can sit there, catch 30 carp in a day.
Yeah.
£6 to £10, or you can spend 2 nights sat on a bank and
I've
blanket, not catching nothing.
That's the beauty of this game.
Yeah,
suppose,
that's it, mate. Yeah.
But so regards your sort of fishing now, then.
Yeah.
Is it more smaller waters? Is it big waters? I know obviously you're on.
I'm a member at Frimley.
Yeah, you're on Frimley
Pit Syndicate. Yeah. So at the moment I'm on pit 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Pit 1's it's an 8-acre pit, about 50 fish, 50 to 60 carp.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, I've been fishing a lot at Linear.
Yeah.
Mainly St John's.
Yeah.
So I've only really done 4 nights over at Frimley.
You did manage a good fish as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I caught one of the 18, Jelly Belly.
Yeah.
One of the Lake Originals.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that was mega. So I did notice I was doing a bit of pre-baiting, and where my time's so precious. I mean, I'm a dad, a married dad of 2.
Yeah.
1 on the way.
Yeah.
So my time is it's limited. It's so limited and so precious. I was putting a lot of time into pre-baiting, and I noticed a few other people doing the same thing on the same sort of areas, around the same spots, and I thought I'm just going to back off that for a little bit and jump back in the winter, and all the fair weather guys
fair
disappear. Fingers crossed we'll see that. I mean, I've had plenty of socials this year, so this is the last one for me really. And now I'm going to concentrate on Frimley.
So as well, obviously with us as a company, so what caught your eye with us? What drew you sort of towards us and whatnot with the clothing and
the
that?
first initial thing that caught my eye was, your branding, and I was looking through your profile, and I like what I see really.
Wicked.
And
go on.
I was going to say you seem very passionate yourself, mate.
100%. Yeah, it's got to be about the passion and that.
Yeah.
And
it's all fun for me. I just love it, mate. I love the angling, and I think getting involved with a company like yourselves is only going to be a good thing.
Okay. Good.
So
glad to hear it. Well, fingers crossed, mate. We'll have a couple more, and you're back out and fishing. Everything's up and running, or have you got more to do now? On
I'm going to give it a few more casts. I'm clearing a little spot at the minute. Give it about, I don't know, a dozen more casts, I think, and then get some rigs on the spot, get a bit of bait out there.
Wicked.
See what happens.
Danny boy, welcome along, son.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
No worries, thanks for joining us. So, main reason obviously why we're here, we're doing a bit of social and obviously a bit of filming and stuff as well. What we want to try and do is get a bit of background about you boys and where you started really. So, whereabouts you're from, what type of fishing do you do, and what got you into carping and stuff like that.
So I'm from South London.
Yeah.
The carping I really mainly like doing short sessions. I like doing my overnighters, in and out, catching whatever I can. It's been quite successful this year already. What got me into fishing, I started when I was around about 10. It was an after school hobby. And then I took a break from it, done my football, done martial arts and stuff like that. And I just recently got back into it again.
Yeah.
I just fell in love with all the just chasing what I could. Hardest water possible.
So for you then, so moving on to other things like the bigger, harder waters is the sort of things that you look to target now from where you've progressed from when you first started?
Yeah, I prefer getting on the water, spending hours just trying to work it out first without even getting a bite, and then when it all starts coming together, it's like success. It feels brilliant.
It means a lot more like when you manage that point. And whereabouts you fishing at the minute?
Down at Big Lake, down at Dartford.
Okay.
It's a syndicate lake.
It's going pretty well. I've seen a couple of captures recently.
It's going well. Just recently up to 32, which is brilliant. That was after 16 nights of nothing.
So, which happens a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, with regards to obviously QC and the company itself, I mean, what drew you to us? What sort of brought you in?
Just more the idea, the passion behind it, and the logo and stuff, and the whole designs and everything. Like to see what you want to put forward with it.
Yeah.
And it kind of me and Bobby as well. So we both come across it from when you were very, very young.
Yeah.
On Instagram, and then just ideas and stuff. It was one of those things. Quarry you look at something and you can't put nothing more to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's nothing to tweak on it. It's just everything just looked brilliant from the start. So it was like you need to get involved in that.
Really caught your eye, like drew you in,
Yeah, straight away.
And regards to gear, so you like the quality of the gear and stuff like that.
You got brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent. What we're on the bank, off the bank, on the way to work, goes off and you get back.
At work, I see on your Instagram stories a lot as well. It's wicked.
So rep it wherever I can.
Nice one. So regarding obviously where we are here at Holcott, how are you finding it so far?
We do. I'm pretty sure
we did tell.
that is what everyone's probably said we do.
Yeah.
But it's nice. Where it's such a big water, I'm just narrowing it down and scaling it down. And
Yeah. Sort of place you'd like to have amongst to have a good go at. Like.
Yeah. I'll take from this session and learn that be patient with finding the spots.
Yeah.
Take the time and
Yeah.
I'm not too fast when I don't get a bike, so I know when I come back I know where to start and go from there.
You know, and hopefully we'll be doing a lot more of these and in time, fingers crossed, we'll do a lot more of the sessions on Horcott. I mean, it's a cracking little lake. So you're happy with how you're fishing at the moment and whatnot? Your rods are all set and you're ready?
They're all set. They're just a waiting game now. Just wind to die down. I'll probably have a little wade out again to find a little margin spot.
Yeah.
I know there's a little hole to the left, so I'm just itching to get it out there.
Okay.
Get it going again.
All right, man. Well, fingers crossed, and we'll catch up with you a bit later.
Lovely. Cheers, Jeff. Lovely.
Bobby, welcome along, son.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Thanks for joining us at the lovely Horcott.
It's a new lake for me, so it's
Never
a bit
been
of a challenge.
Never been here before, never.
Never in my life.
No?
Never even knew it existed.
First impressions?
I like it. Big water, it's just what I like. It's a bit of a challenge with the weed, but I'm all ready for a challenge.
So you
Love
like
a challenge.
you like the sort of proper challenge behind the lake? And
Yeah.
Stuff like that,
Why not?
Yeah.
Find the spots, getting amongst it. Loads of monster particle on that, and then bosh.
Yeah. Amongst it.
Yeah.
So what that kind of thing then is that what got you into fishing to start with?
I started off at a small little day ticket water, and I mean it was all about catching £4, £6, and a big one to me back then was a £10, and that was once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
And then it progressed, and then stopped buying the stuff from Argos and started going to the tackle shops, and it just grew from there.
Yeah.
I just found a passion for it, and now my life revolves around fishing.
Wicked. So catching that first sort of like £4 to £6, that was
the
that's
buzz.
it. You never knew.
That was it. That was that was the buzz. I absolutely forgot about everything else. It was just fishing. And back then I was only 12, 13, so I was constantly pestering my parents. Come on, we got to go, and they'd drop me off, come pick me up in the afternoon. Rain, sun, shine.
You're having it, though.
I'm having it.
Wicked.
And it's just grown. The passion.
And was it with dad or just mates or
no?
Stuff like that?
It started off. My dad was into fishing when I was a young chap, and I ended up finding his fishing gear, and it soon become my fishing gear when I misplaced it, and it grew from there. And it was all about sort of chasing the carp, and just I could do this 7 days a week.
Wicked. So now then, what's your sort of your fishing at the moment? Where do you wet a line at the minute? Is it syndicate? Is it?
The syndicate's a bit of a challenge. I got a new syndicate this year down in Kent, and that's definitely trying out my patience. Big carp, but getting amongst them just seems impossible. But we're getting there. Last week we had I had my first carp, which was a £38, absolutely lovely common. But now I've found my mojo back there, and it's about going hard at it and seeing if we can get amongst the 40s, maybe even the 50s.
Nice.
So that's my
challenge.
challenge.
Fishing this one then.
Yeah, my whole fishing is going for the big bangers that everyone wants. Everyone's chasing, and it's just something I hope that it's my turn every single time I go.
Wicked. So obviously touch on fishing, but like obviously regards QC and the company and whatnot. What was it about us that that brought you to us? What made you want to get involved?
So I'm on Instagram, and I like to see people having fun, getting out there catching fish, just seeing everyone, just basically enjoying what I enjoy, and seeing everyone smiling, catching big fish, small fish, just see them enjoying themselves. And when I come across you guys as you just started up, and I thought that's different. The logo's different, and I just thought this could be something nice. And it's nice to be a part of the team. Such a good bunch of lads.
Wicked. So regards, obviously, where we are today at Holcott, are you fishing at the moment? Are you rods in, rods out?
Rods are just in. Just gonna have a little walk round and see how the rest of the lake's looking. See if the other boys are catching, and maybe a move. We'll see. They might possibly be on the back of the wind, which is not what I expected, but we'll see. A few of the lads have said there's a few more showing out around there, so we're gonna have a little walk, see what happens. If not, maybe try a different golden spot. If I can find another different golden spot. It's been hard. I've got a pile of weed next to me down there. It's creating my own spots, and but we'll see. It's still early days.
Fingers crossed we'll have some more, and we'll
hopefully we all catch, but we'll see.
Definitely. Nice one. We'll catch up with you a bit later.
Nice one, Chase.
QC started for us really through a passion for angling and carp fishing on a whole. There was not a niche in the market. There's a few companies out there, obviously, who make the gear, but if I'm deadly honest, it started through me struggling to try and get clothing that would fit me properly, and I kind of wanted to get something that was really, a little bit unique and a little bit sort of to suit everybody. But it wasn't what I wanted, wasn't out there. So I came to Craig and we tried to hash out a bit of an idea of what we could create. And with sort of fishing and carp fishing being with us for so long, we slowly created what we have today. So that's kind of where it came from, really. Yeah, the fishing's been with us since well, way back. Anybody who knows us and who follows us and stuff like that will know that the fishing and stuff is in us from kids when we used to fish with Grant. He started us in the whole kind of way of it, really. He took us everywhere. He took us on the rivers. He took us on the lakes. He absolutely loved being out with us, and and it's always been with us ever since then, ever since we started fishing when we was kids, really. So the clothing itself is, obviously we source it. We actually source the gear from another party, but it's all hand finished by us. All hand finished. Bless good old Nan, bless her. She does some hand stitching and finishing certainly on the caps and the hoodies and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, we finish it all ourselves, and it's a real, that extra little bit that we go to. It's not, it's not finished in a sweatshop in wherever. It's our stuff put together by us, with the passion that we have for all of it, really, for all of it from start to finish. So obviously with QC we want to expand. We've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline, stuff that we've put in place. It's a massive world to us now. I mean, through the wonders of Instagram and Facebook and all the social medias and the opportunities that there are for us, really it's endless. But obviously, we want to extend the line. We want to bring more winter wear as we're moving into winter now, coats and things like that. Don't want to go too mad. We don't want to have like 15,000 products that try and force down everybody's neck, because that's not what it's about. But we want a nice core base of gear that looks good, feels good quality, and get it out there and moving forward, expand the brand through Europe. We're already making, you know, good sales across Europe and stuff like that, but expand the brand in. I want to tell stories. There's a story behind everything. There's a story behind us, why we started. There's a story behind every time you go fishing. And I want to meet, that's why we're meeting with the lads and stuff like that, because everybody's got their story to tell. And in time, I want to expand that, and I want to take it further, and I want to travel with it, and really create something that people want to be involved with. You know, not just a cash cow that everybody wants to milk. I want something really, really good out of it. So in time, hopefully that will come. I love the like I said about storytelling and you know, the adventure and getting out fishing and meeting lads, and this side of it, the interaction with the customer base as well as the team members and the lads that we've got on board is wicked to me. I love the whole sort of part of it, of everybody getting together with it. So, and obviously carp angling. I mean, the more you can do something that you love as part of a job, it's fantastic, isn't it? So, and that's kind of why, like I say, why we're here really is we can't grow as a brand without obviously people knowing who we are, what we're about, what we do, and what gear we put out. So it's why we're doing little videos like this, little edits that we can, you know, put out there, and you can meet us, and hopefully we can meet you through, like I said, wonders of Instagram and stuff like that. And the social this weekend is to obviously get lads together and you know, make it a bit more personal, and make it a bit more, like I said, not being a cash cow, and making us an approachable brand that you guys want to get involved with. So that's the plan, and fingers crossed this weekend we'll have a few and we can get amongst it. Morning Lee, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Thanks for having us to start with as well, down here at Horcott. First and foremost, do you want to give us a bit of background, bit of insight into Horcott itself, the lake, size of the lake, stock and things like that, and why Horcott came to be really?
We first started when we took over from an old club. It was more known for his tent, that type of thing. And as time's progressed, we've restocked it every year. Holds around just over 1,000 fish now.
Yeah.
Say 8% of them are over £20. Most of the others, the doubles, you know, they're putting on weight and coming pretty well now.
And that strain of stock was what particular strains did you put in?
We've had a lot of Fisher's Pond fish, nice scaly ones.
There are some beautiful scaly ones.
Lovely scaly fish in here, mate.
Yeah.
Devon Valley, that's another one.
And what made you want to take over the club? Or was it somewhere you fished before that you decided, you know, let's get involved, let's take it over, or was it just the opportunity arose and thought, yeah,
it's more of an opportunity just arose. I had fished it like in the past a few times, but I didn't spend a lot of time on the water. Yeah. I just see the potential it had. Yeah. You know, it's 22 acres. Obviously gravel pits, just got good growing potential for fish.
Yeah. And it's a weedy old pit as well, isn't it?
It is a weedy pit, you know, typical gravel pit.
Yeah, it gets you thinking.
It does get you thinking, but yeah, there's clear spots in every swim.
So you as well, so regarding your sort of angling, is this your kind of thing, big pit angling? Did you do a lot of tuition as well?
I do, yeah. I do a lot of fishing on big pits. Yeah. You know, the place I'm fishing at the moment, 450 acres. Only a few fish in there, but you know, that's the type of thing I like. Yeah. But then with me tuitions and stuff, you know, I do a lot of tuitions on these type of places. Yeah. You know, if people are a bit unsure, you know, how to fish in weed, that type of thing. Yeah. Also, we run a lot of French holidays, catfishing holidays. that sort of thing. It's all guided, so all the gear's provided.
And you do the river trips as well?
We do the barbel trips on the Y.
Yeah, wicked. And that's something that's coming new as well from you?
It is, yeah. Got a new company starting called Angling Quest.
Wicked.
Which is more going on to the European side of things, doing the French trips, everything provided, free transport, all your tunnel and tolls and all that, all included in the price.
All guided in?
All guided, yeah.
Wicked. Happy days. And regards, so like your sort of angling tuition and stuff, what got you started in that?
I think it goes back years ago when I first started. There wasn't, I probably started fishing 30 years ago, and there wasn't really the help out there, to get like people like myself then going, apart from magazines, that type of thing.
Yeah.
As I got older, I was lucky enough to go on some of the carp schools that they used to run it, through the Carp Society.
Yeah.
Back then, there's some, real top anglers, Carrier and Dave Lane, people like that.
Yeah.
As I got older, I wanted to pass that, that knowledge on to other people that weren't as fortunate as myself. To go on those type of things and fish with those type of anglers. I just like passing that type of knowledge on.
Wicked. And it has progressed. I mean, carp fishing nowadays
massively
from back in the sort of 80s and early 90s and stuff.
Definitely.
It's hugely different, isn't it?
Yeah.
So as well, with the size of lake, so the lake's 22 acres, you say?
Yeah.
And it's a gravel pit across.
Yep.
Is there any sort of major features from certain pegs and stuff like that people should be looking for?
As you come into the car park, everything from the right hand side, that's like a shallow bay, sort of averages 2 or 3 foot, and then everything to the left of that, on average, say 5 to 6 foot.
Okay.
There's a deep channel on the left hand side, big deep silt channel that runs all the way up. Good little holding spot in the winter for the fish.
Yeah.
There's a big plateau out in the middle, a gravel patch. That does quite a few fish through the summertime.
Okay. And is it the sort of place that you need to give them a bit of bait? Will they come off of singles? Is it, feed little and often?
Fishing for a bite always works quite well.
Yeah.
Putting bait out does work, but just be prepared to sit on it. Sit on it a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you fish for a bite at a time, you'll normally always nick 1 or 2 bites.
Wicked. And it's so it's 24-hour night fishing and open access and whatnot.
Yeah. Also do a membership for the year, which are limited. We either do a 2-rod ticket or a 3-rod ticket. We also do a winter ticket that starts the 1st of October. Those tickets are limited, and we do those on a first come, first served basis. And then after that, it's day tickets. Literally just turn up, start fishing, bailiff come round just behind the bank. Okay,
so regards picking up information for it and everything, everything's online, yeah?
Everything's on the website at www.horcottlakes.co.uk. All the information on there you need for everything.
Wicked. Good man. All right, well, thanks very much for your time, Lee.
No worries.
And we're going to go and try and get some rods out and see if we can catch some of these lovely Holcott carp.
Let's hope so. Best of luck.
Good man. But there we go. It's been a tough weekend. Unfortunately, only 1 fish out. Cracking little fish, as true to the nature of the fish here in Holcott. Big thanks to Lee, who's let us fish the lake for the weekend. And hopefully you've had a bit more of an insight into us, into the company, into the lads that we fish with, and fingers crossed we'll see you again soon.